Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of Discovering the SEER database. Today we're going to show you how to create a distribution curve with AML Acute Myeloid Leukemia data from the SEER database, so don't go anywhere. So we are now in the case listing session. In order to know how I reached this session, I just opened the SEERstat 8.3.5 software. I clicked on the case listing session. They asked me for my password. I provided it, and I'm finally in. So this is a sample database. So this is the database containing data on subjects with cancer from 1975 to 2016. Let's start from scratch. I click edit. I choose my cancer, so I go to cytomorphology, the CIDRI code of the International Classification of Disease in Oncology, 3rd edition, and I choose acute myeloid leukemia. That's it. I click OK, and I choose the age that I want, and I scroll down to the race and age variables for case data, and I choose the age recode, and I click on the 0 years, which is actually not 0, it's less than 1 year of age. Then I hold the shift key, and then I scroll down to about 16 years of age. Yes, this, and it will include all the patients from 0 to 16 years of age, and I click OK. So actually I have what I need now, and then I go to table, and in the table session I'm going to imagine the table that I wanted to come out with, and I choose, usually you have to choose the patient ID. So in the others variable, this is the patient ID, and then after clicking on it, you click on the column. So this automatically will add patient ID to the column section. And then I'm looking, I will look for the variable that I want to make the distribution analysis about. So let's choose the survival months variable. The survival months variable is usually found in the cause of death and follow-up variable. So if you scroll down, you get what is known as the survival months. And the survival months, these are numerical variables about the number of months that the patient survived from the time of diagnosis till the time of death. And I will put it as another column here. So we have got now 2 columns. My final table will be 2 columns, the patient ID and the survival months. If you want to make sure that you have included only acute myeloid leukemia patients, well, you can go back again to the cytomorphology, the International Classification of Disease in Oncology, and make it another column. So now we have 3 columns, and I'll move the CIDRI code up so that this is the patient ID, and this is the diagnosis, and this is the survival months. And then I go to output, and I'm going to give a name to my table. So it is, let's say, AML children survival months. And then I click this bolt icon in order for the SEER database to come up with a table that I've wanted. Now it's preparing the table. Along the way, it may give you an estimate of the number of patients with these conditions. So these are 3,516 patients. So this is the final table that I had, or I got with the SEER database. So this is the patient ID This is the column with the patient ID, and this is the site code. And as we see, it's all acute myeloid leukemia. So we have chosen the right thing that we wanted, and these are the survival months. So like this is 14 months, these are 3 months, these are no months at all. It's very short life after diagnosis, 40 months, 44 months, 9 months, and etc. So the next thing that I should do is to highlight the 3 columns here. So I hold the left mouse button and I scroll across the 3 columns, and then I right click and then click copy. So it will make a copy of this table, and then I'm going to open Microsoft Excel. And this is Microsoft Excel. Okay, so I will go here and just paste, right click and paste. So these are the variables that I have. This is the patient ID, and I can like broaden the column a little bit. So this is the survival, this is the diagnosis, and this is the value of the survival months. So the next step will be to make the distribution table of these children with acute myeloid leukemia that were diagnosed in the United States from 1975 to 2016. Well, let's save this first. So I will give it the same name, and then I'm gonna save. Now it is saved. The next thing that I will do is I will make the distribution graph, or the distribution of these survival months across those patients with cancer. So I will first open my JUMP software, which is a famous statistical software produced by the SAS company. So now JUMP is opening. Okay, and this is the interface of JUMP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that Excel file that we have created and saved on our desktop. So I'm going to click open, and I'm going to go to my desktop and look for that file. So AML children with survival. So now we have got our data, but on the JUMP software. And actually I don't need the patient data or the site recode. I already know that all my patients are patients with acute myeloid leukemia, and all of them are under 16 years of age or 16 years of age. So what I'm actually going to do my distribution analysis about is the survival months. So I actually click on Analyze, and then I click on Distribution. These are the 3 columns that I have, and in the survival months I click on Y columns. So that actually will make the columns that I will do the analysis about in this drop box, and I will click OK. So here is my distribution, and so this is the distribution curve of the acute myeloid leukemia children that were diagnosed from 1975 to 2016. I can make this horizontal when I click stack here. So this is it. And that's how we got the distribution curve of the survival months of children with acute myeloid leukemia taken from the SEER database. I hope that you have discovered something new about how we make graphs out of data that were extracted from the SEER database, and if you stay more with us, I will be providing a detailed analysis of this distribution curve in the upcoming video, so don't go anywhere.